Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. Today's video is a what's for dinner video, and I'm going to share with you 3 meals that we had over the course of last week. This first one is called soup beans and cornbread. I've heard people call it pinto beans or brown beans. We've always called it soup beans and cornbread. And all I'm doing is I dumped my bag of beans into a bowl here. I think I had it was a 4-pound bag of beans, and I only used half of it. So we'll say 2 pounds of beans. And I'm trying to get out any kind of debris that's left in there, like there was a little stick in there, and then if there's any kind of rocks or anything like that, that we don't want to digest, I am going to sort through it, get it all out, and then I'm going to cover the beans with some water and let it sit on my counter overnight. My preference is to do this the day before you want to start cooking them, and like let them soak all day long, and then I like to start them at night and let them cook overnight and all day. But I forgot about it, didn't really have time to do that, so just one little overnight soak. And then this is the ham bone that we had from Thanksgiving, and I'm going to tie it up with some cheesecloth. Now you don't have to do this. I have done it both ways, where with and without. I just didn't want all the little ham bits in the beans this time. It's good if you have the ham bits, it's your preference. I just didn't want it this time, so I wrapped it up in the cheesecloth. And then I'm going to put the beans, strain your beans, rinse them off, get all the dirt and stuff off of them. They will have absorbed a lot of that water, and they'll be nice and big and puffy. But rinse them off, put them in the crock pot, cover them with water, and then add your ham bone, and then put a lid on it. And then I had these on high for all day, for about 8 hours. Soup beans take a little time to cook, a lot of time actually to cook. And I want to make sure that they are nice and soft and delicious. So I cook them for a long time, or I cook them on high for about 8 hours. Anyway, moving on. I'm not going to season them or anything until later on when they're almost done. I haven't done it ever. I've never done it that way. I think it makes the beans a little more tough if you saute them beforehand. So I'm going to hold off on that part. So just let these go. And then also on this evening, I was making some homemade chicken noodle soup. My husband was sick. He had just gotten sick. And my son and daughter-in-law and grandbaby was supposed to come over and have dinner with us this week, or this night. But because he was sick, they didn't come over. But my son still stopped by and picked up some food. So my daughter-in-law doesn't like soup beans, so she and my husband were eating this chicken noodle soup that I make, and it's super easy. And I've made it before on the channel. I just take a jar of my canned chicken, put it in a pot with some chicken broth and water, and then I'll add that Knorr pasta. It's chicken fettuccine pasta, and just bring that to a boil and let the noodles cook, and it is so, so good. So that is what my husband and my daughter-in-law were having. And this is what I call hush puppy cornbread. This was a favorite when I was catering. A lot of people enjoyed this. And it's just a simple recipe. I add onion and shredded cheddar cheese. I'll add this buttermilk cornmeal mix, and then buttermilk. And that's all it is, salt and pepper, and that's all it is. And I just mix it to the consistency that I like. Again, I don't measure anything. I just, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and just stir it and mix it till it looks good. And so, if I had to guess, I would say for this, I'm using my smaller iron skillet to make this cornbread. So I would say probably a half a cup of chopped onions, a half a cup of shredded cheese, probably 3/4 of a cup of the cornmeal mix, and then a splash of buttermilk, just to get it incorporated and mixed together. Now, something that I always do when I make cornbread, any kind of cornbread, and it's not something you have to do, but I always saw my mom do it. I will add water. And honestly, if it's not runny enough, or if it's not the consistency that you like, if it's too dry and too thick, you can add more buttermilk. But my mom always did water, and it wasn't until I was grown and married that I realized she did that to make the buttermilk go farther, to make it last longer because, we were on a budget growing up. And so I just thought that was neat. When I realized that, I thought, oh, and it's just something I always do now. So there you have it. So I have my heating pad. I started to say I have my heating pad in the oven. I have my iron skillet in the oven heating up. And then once it comes to temperature, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the pan, in the iron skillet, add my cornbread mixture, and then I'm going to bake it high. I have it on 475 until it is a dark brown color on top, because that means that your bottom is nice and crispy. So here I am, just giving everything a good quick little stir. I've turned my beans down on warm, and I didn't get it on camera, but I did salt and pepper them and added some minced onion to the crock pot. So this next night, I am making a dish called Southwest chicken pasta. I had found this recipe on Pinterest a long time ago and adapted it because there was just some things in that recipe I didn't care for. So I varied it a little bit, made it my own, and this is what we come up with, and it's actually really, really good. And I forget about this recipe a lot, but I remembered it this night, and so I'm going to put it together, and I am going to have this recipe in the description down below. But first thing I'm going to do is I have a pot of water boiling, so I can go ahead and get my pasta cooking. I have a box of penne pasta over there. You can use any pasta you like. And then I have taken a jar of chicken, and I'm going to shred it up and get it into my pot, and then I'm going to add some other ingredients to it. So I've got my chicken in. I'm going to add 2 pint jars of chicken broth, and then I will add 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, one of my homemade jars of rotel, but you can use 1 can of rotel from the grocery store. And then I'm going to add half a jar of any kind of queso dip that you like. I'm going to add that to the pot as well, and I'm going to stir all that together, get all of the lumps out, and just let it simmer until my pasta is ready. Once my pasta is done, I'm going to put the pasta in with the Actually, I don't let the pasta get all the way done, just almost done. Then I put it in with the sauce mixture, let it finish cooking there, and it will thicken up. It will definitely thicken up. So if it gets too thick, you can add some of the pasta water or just regular water, whatever you want, or more chicken broth if you'd rather have that, until it gets to the nice creamy consistency. And this was really, really good. Have you guys spotted Dallas yet in the video? I'll give you a hint, he has not made an appearance yet, but be looking for him. So on this night, I was just looking for something quick and easy to do. So we made sandwiches. And I wanted some wheat buns from the grocery store, but they didn't have them. So they substituted these regular white buns, hoagie buns from the bakery. And my husband and I both like our sandwiches very different. I like lettuce. He does not. He likes mustard or some kind of condiment. I do not. I like mine dry. He likes a whole lot of meat. I like just a little bit of meat. And he likes extra cheese. I like very thin slices of cheese. So we're just getting our sandwiches made and then some potato chips. And that is going to be our dinner for this evening. I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's video. I hope that you are having fun looking for Dallas in all of my Vlogmas videos. He is not going to be easy to spot. Well, sometimes he might. Sometimes I might make it easy on you guys, but a lot of the times I just think it's fun to hide him somewhere inconspicuous, somewhere you would not think he might be hiding, and then see if you guys can find him. Just something a little fun to do with our Vlogmas videos. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to consider subscribing so that you can come back and see more Vlogmas videos. Hit the bell notification and you'll know when I upload a video. But in my everyday YouTube life, I will post things like cooking, cleaning, what's for dinner. I love to can, just all kinds of different things that I do in my day-to-day life. So I would love for you guys to subscribe and become part of this YouTube family. Until next time, guys, I hope you're having a great holiday season so far. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you later. Bye.